The most dangerous thing that you can tell yourself is I have time. That is something that will absolutely destroy your dreams and your ambition, your drive, your potential, is telling yourself I have time. Because you can do that your whole life. You can be in your teenage years and say I have time because, I still have my 20s. You can be in your 20s and say, you know what, I'm only in my 20s. Like, screw it, I can go out and party, whatever, I can have fun. I still got my 30s to, I still got time to get my life together. And in your 30s, you're going to hear somebody say, hey, 30s is a new 20s. And you're like, you know what, you're right. I'm 30s is a new 20s. I still got time. And then you're going to hit your 40s. And you're going to be saying, uh-oh, it's time to get serious. But you're going to realize at that point that to really excel in any area of life, whatever you choose, it's really going to take about 10 years. And I mean to excel, like to become professional, to be considered a professional in that field will take about 10 years. Whatever it is, you pick. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you choose to be a doctor, lawyer. I don't care if you choose to be an engineer, singer, dancer. You want to be a professional in that field, about 10 years. So you choose to get serious in your 40s. Now you're in your 50s. Most people in their 50s are going to retire in 10 years. So by the time you're a professional, you got like 10 years in that field. And then you're done. And then you start to realize you really don't have as much time as you think you do. And a lot of times we do that, we can change our perspective either way. We can look and say like, man, if I'm 40 and I start a career, I still have 20 years left to do that thing. And that can make you feel a little bit better. You're like, oh, then I have time. And then you can flip it and say, well, how much of your time goes to sleep? That's 1/3 of your life. And then if you take another 1/3 and you say, well, how much of that goes to maintenance? Using the bathroom, eating, cleaning, taking a shower, self-care, and that's another, and just commuting, right? Commuting, walking around or driving to and from work, that's another 1/3. So you have 1/3 of your life left. So really, if you consider that, then if you consider that average age like 75, that people live 80, then really you only have about 25, 30 years of actual life you get to live. I mean, that's real. That's not an arbitrary number we're just throwing up and making up. That's real. If you consider the time you sleep, the time you take to maintenance, the time you take to commute, that's what you get. So stop telling yourself you have time. The truth is that you don't have as much time as you think you do. And if something really mattered to you, if there's something you want to do, there's something important that you want to say, then you need to do it ASAP. Like, you need to start today, start creating a plan, and start taking action. And time is the most valuable thing that we have. But we don't look at it that way. Like money, you can make money. You can lose $10 and then tomorrow you can make 100. If you lose 10 seconds, tomorrow you can't make 100 seconds. You lose 10 seconds, it's gone forever. And if you had a hole in your bank account, right? If there was just money disappearing from your bank account, like every second, like a penny was gone, you'd be panicking, right? You'd be trying to invest it well so you can fight against that loss of money. You wouldn't just sit there and be like, it's what can I do about it? You'd be freaking out. I'm pretty sure because that adds up, right? You might be like, oh, it's just a penny a second, whatever. But it adds up. Before you know it, your bank account is going to be drained if you don't do something about it. And life is the same way. Now, I think I've made my point. So, after you watch this, 2 things I want you to remember. Number 1, never, ever, ever say to yourself, I have time again. And number 2 is a quote by Pablo Picasso, which says, only put off until tomorrow what you are willing to die having left undone.